Prime Minister Theresa May. We just had gunshots inside Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, yesterday an act of terrorism tried to silence our democracy. But today we meet as normal, as generations have done before us and as future generations will continue to do. At approximately 2:40 p.m. yesterday, a single attacker drove his vehicle at speed into innocent pedestrians who were crossing Westminster Bridge, killing 2 people and injuring around 40 more. The injured also included 3 police officers who were returning from an event to recognise their bravery. 2 of those 3 remain in a serious condition. Mr. Speaker, the attacker then left the vehicle and approached a police officer at carriage gates, attacking that officer with a large knife before he was shot dead by an armed police officer. Tragically, as the House will know, 48-year-old PC Keith Palmer was killed. PC Palmer had devoted his life to the service of his country. He had been a member of the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command for 15 years and a soldier in the Royal Artillery before that. He was a husband and a father, killed doing a job he loved. If his intention was to gain access to this building, we should be clear that he did not succeed. The police heroically did their job. And we will remember the exceptional bravery of our police, security and emergency services, who once again ran towards the danger, even as they encouraged others to move the other way. On behalf of the whole country, I want to pay tribute to them for the work they have been doing to reassure the public, treat the injured, and bring security back to the streets of our capital city. That they have lost one of their own in yesterday's attack only makes their calmness and professionalism all the more remarkable. At 10:33 last night, the police were called to reports of an explosion at Manchester Arena in Manchester city centre near Victoria train station. As things stand, I can tell you that, in addition to the attacker, 22 people have died and 59 people have been injured. Those who were injured are being treated in 8 different hospitals across Greater Manchester. Many are being treated for life-threatening conditions. The police and emergency services have, as always, acted with great courage, and on behalf of the country, I want to express our gratitude to them. They acted in accordance with the plans they have in place and the exercises they conduct to test those plans, and they performed with the utmost professionalism. 400 police officers were involved in the operation through the night, and many paramedics, doctors and nurses have worked valiantly amid traumatic and terrible scenes to save lives and care for the wounded. Significant resources have been deployed to the police investigation, and there continue to be visible patrols around Manchester, which include the deployment of armed officers. Last night, our country fell victim to a brutal terrorist attack once again. As so often in such serious situations, the police responded with great courage and great speed. Armed officers from the Metropolitan Police and the City of London Police arrived at Borough Market within moments and shot and killed the 3 suspects. The terrorists were confronted and shot by armed officers within 8 minutes of the police receiving the first emergency call. 7 people have died as a result of the attack, in addition to the 3 suspects shot dead by the police. 48 people are being treated in several hospitals across London. Many have life-threatening conditions. On behalf of the people of London and on behalf of the whole country, I want to thank and pay tribute to the professionalism and bravery of the police and the emergency services, and the courage of members of the public who defended themselves and others from the attackers. Our country has made significant progress in disrupting plots and protecting the public. But it is time to say enough is enough. On my first visit to North Kensington, I met with the emergency services. These extraordinary men and women put their lives on the line in an effort to save others, and my first responsibility was to check they had all the resources they needed. I then visited Chelsea and Westminster Hospital, where I met some of the most seriously injured survivors. It was from that experience I decided we had to have an emergency fund. But we've also seen sterling work from people across the public sector, teachers, nurses, staff from various local authorities, civil servants who are doing all they can to help. We've seen incredible acts of generosity from private businesses, and we've seen the people of this great city and this great country stepping up to help in any way they can.
The ayes to the right, 309. The noes to the left, 323.
Thank you. The ayes to the right, 309. The noes to the left, 323. So the noes have it. The noes have it. Unlocked.
Well, there we are, Faisal, more or less on the button from you, as you predicted. A majority of 14 for the government, but that's quite simple arithmetic. Then there's been no breaking of ranks there between the Conservatives and the DUP and on all the other opposition parties.
Yes, there'll be. You've got to count the Speaker in there, the Deputy Speakers as well. There may be a couple of.
Working as a nurse for 26 years. Do the Tories expect our support in the light of another 1% pay increase?
I'm being honest with you in terms of saying that we will put more money into the NHS, but there isn't a magic money tree that we can shake that suddenly provides for everything that people want.
You come in on this. Go on.